Now we've got some wonderful graphics that I'd say, just try to memorize these things. Is this the most important thing to memorize? Nah, but you should probably be quite familiar with this, I'd say. In a perfect world, you just memorize everything and get 3 points based on those. Here we're going to talk about communication of deficiencies in internal control for a financial statement audit of a non-issue. When are we going to communicate control deficiencies, significant deficiencies, material weakness? Here we get increasing in significance, material weaknesses being the most significant of these, being the most important, most impactful. We want to communicate this control deficiencies in controls to management only, either orally or in writing. Now you see here, the more significant something is, the more we're going to talk to those charged with governance. Things that are not as big of a deal, we'll talk to only management. Kind of the idea being, we're mostly just working with management. Those charged with governance, presumably they've got more going on. They probably wouldn't care, but they wouldn't be involved with internal controls as much as management is. So we would go to management. And then here, if you had problems with management, meaning like they didn't really take action based on problems you found, then go above them and go talk to those charged with governance. What about communicating to management in writing? We want to definitely have these two. The reason why these are going to be in writing, it's pretty important. We're actually going to talk about this in the audit reports. You need to not only include anything that is a significant deficiency or a material weakness, and in a later section, we'll talk about what those mean. You actually need to define this. Like there's a specific audit language that defines for the users of the financial statement what a significant deficiency is and what a material weakness is. These we want to communicate in writing, and we're going to communicate to those charged with governance in writing. Lastly, communication should be made within 60 days of the audit report release. Timeliness, right? We can't just sit on something and just not really tell anyone about it. We got to let them know, within 60 days of releasing the audit report. Now we're going to see what we are going to do for communicating those deficiencies when we're dealing with issuers. Honestly, not too much difference here. We're going to see if we have deficiencies in internal controls. Again, we have the severity of these issues increasing the further we go down. In all three cases, we are going to communicate the deficiency to management in writing and inform the audit committee that this communication has been made. We want to make sure that all are aware of these items. When do we want to communicate the deficiency to the audit committee in writing? Well, we're going to do this when there's a significant deficiency or material weakness. Again, this is mainly going to be to management because they are the ones who have the power over internal controls. That's why mainly we're going to really just communicate control deficiencies to management. And lastly, communication should be made prior to the issuance of the report on internal control. We have that, right? This is going to be done in all cases. If there's a deficiency, this should make sense also. If there's a problem, you're going to want to report it before you issue your final report, right? You're going to want to let it be known before you give the final deliverable. If you have an issue at school with your project, and there's a problem, you want to let it be known before the project's due, right? It's just kind of that same mentality. That's what we're seeing here. Let's keep plugging along. Hey there. Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material. We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.